People, the Lok Don is black.
Like we never left. Black attack.
Yo, Black History Month is in full swing.
And we ain't leaving.
Bruv, I think they thought we were joking when we said we were doing Black History Month in November, you know.
Bro,
Like-
every year round, we're here. Ain't stopping.
I'm with my boy, the Lok.
And I'm with my guy, that guy, Don.
Bruv, you know I'm that guy, right?
Bro, you that guy.
Ha, that guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, people, you know what? I'm sure you can see right now, we've got a special guest for you right here in the building with us to celebrate the Lok Don Black History Month. Yo, this is actually one of my favorite artists right now, hands down, and that's a fact.
You've made him into one of my new favorite artists too, bro.
Bro, and you know what, bro? Before we get him to introduce himself, I kind of like that, you know, because like I feel like sometimes, you know, like our Black British artists, like we want them to do good, but I sometimes feel like sometimes there's a slight hate on them. We don't want them to be superstars. We don't want to embrace them as superstars, fam. Do you know what I mean, fam? Like nowadays, I think it's kind of changing a bit. Yes. But I remember like when like even man like So Solid, them that were growing up, I feel like sometimes like if you see Kanye West or them lot, you're like, yeah, big superstars. But when you see Lethal Bizzle, sometimes people are kind of like shy to be like, yo. Yeah. But yo, man, like me, fam. I am straight. All of the people are doing UK music right now. They are doing bits out there, and all of them are superstars to me. You know what I mean?
And look, they've paved the way, man. They've paved the way for the younger and the newer talent to come in. We're just getting better and better. UK music just getting better and better. Trendsetters.
That's big, you know. That's big. Yeah. And you know what? It needs to, because really and truly, like when you think about it, these are like youths, like up to whatever and having a platform to actually reach their dreams. You know what I mean? Like, so the elders are, you know what? Let's talk about the man in the building right now.
Let him introduce himself, please. Drum roll.
Okay, let me introduce myself. I'm Driss.
Jeez.
So yeah, my name's Diligent Driss, better known as Driss. I'm part of the Diligent Collective. I'm an artist, new. You'll be hearing about me soon.
Bro, we're hearing about you now. We're hearing about you right now, family.
We're loving it, bruv.
So yeah.
Nice.
What do you want to know?
So DRISS.
Wait, before even like, I see you come with a whole entourage in here, bro.
Yeah, man.
You know what?
What's in the building?
Shout out the crew in the building.
Security. Do we have to call security, bro? Do you know you're moving good?
That's the security. That's the team. That's the management. That's the everything.
Jeez.
Just because there's a few black youths in the
building. Stereotypes.
No. But you know, come on. You know me. I'm about that life. You guys know I'm about that life. I'm about that life. No, because it's not. No, it's just because like we ain't got what he's got. I just love how he's come in. Do you understand what I'm saying? He's come in like this is establishment. He's coming established. Do you understand what I'm saying? And just for me, I'm just thinking that you keep dipping on us, bro. Like we coming in, me and you. Bro, like, come on.
Well, I don't know where you get those stats from, but
I'm getting them stats from the time you effing up the mics, giving me the shit mic, and you getting the good mic.
Boy, you know
That's
what?
that.
You want to do the spotlight. You want to do the spotlight, innit?
This is the kind of guy.
Stop you.
He cares about
us
black.
Us wearing dark colours, you're wearing bright colours today.
He tricks me.
You got the spotlight.
No. This is a trick. This is part of his trick. He told me we need to come in nicely bright. So I thought, what's brighter than white?
Okay, so
on the Black History.
You're not with the uniform. I hear that.
Yeah, and it's not my fault.
One time I came in tracksuit. He had a whole suit on, and we had a business meeting.
I mean, you had a suit too, just a tracksuit, innit? Yeah.
Tracksuit.
Well.
Driss, I like you. I like you even more. I like you even more. I like you even more. So yeah, man. So tell me about like your crew, like your management, your team. Tell us who's in the building today with you, bro.
Yeah, no, I got a couple of the management with me, a couple of the other directors of the brand with me. So shout out Dims, Quams, YSB. We got Nathan and Chris as well, but they're not in the building with us. But yeah, they're very much here with us in spirit. So,
that's good, man. That's good. That's how you move.
That's the team.
That's how you move. That's how you move. We like
that. Iron team
There's
out
no
here,
iron
family.
team, bro.
I like that, you know.
Team.
But you know what?
Teamwork make the dream work.
Exactly.
That's mine. Yo, you guys don't be copying that. That's from me.
Teamwork make the dream work.
Yeah, man. And this dream is working, bro. You know, seriously, well done.
Just begun, but you know, got a long way to go, but we'll get there.
Bro, you're around the corner to me, bro.
Yeah.
I believe in you, big time.
Love.
I like that. So Driss, so obviously the way you introduced yourself was all about that was actually my favorite track at the time, but now you've kind of topped that with another one. But yeah, no, the way you introduced yourself was from your track Intro. And I actually thought that was your first track, but I know you had a few tracks before that.
Yeah.
But I think we're gonna get a chance to talk about Intro, but I think it's only right we talk about the hottest track which is out right now, which is Bad Boy, right?
That's fire.
Yeah, that one dropped last week.
Video, everything, angles. Come like cheese.
Yeah,
was you ready for that? Was you ready for that?
I don't know about that still. I don't know what that was, but that definitely was.
Yeah, we tried that one. We tried with that one.
So
from the concept to everything, we tried. Yeah.
So just tell us about that track. Like, when was it released? How can people kind of listen to it? How can people find it? And then afterwards, we'll get you to explain, I guess, your motives behind that track still.
So song was released 9th of October. GRM Daily, that's where you're gonna find all my releases to date so far.
Wow.
And yeah, man, that's kind of, you know, how we put that song out. You can also find me on Spotify. You know, every artist should be on Spotify now. You know, so if you're not on Spotify, make sure you're on Spotify. But yeah, GRM Spotify, that's where you can find that.
Nice. And let's talk about this track Bad Boy, because you know I love the video. I love the track. I think it resonates to me because you done know man's a bad boy in it from day. But you know what?
For real.
This word bad boy. It's like a colloquial word now, innit? It's like a homonym because it has like different meanings, innit?
Yes.
Like
I was gonna say you're bad boy. You know what I mean?
Like,
exactly. Carlo.
So what is it? What does it mean to you, like making that tune? And what message was you trying to get out there? Like,
I mean, when I wrote the song, I was actually trying to do a specific thing. I was actually trying to create like an anthem sort of thing. Like that day, I remember listening to a couple different songs. I was listening to like Stormzy, Shut Up, listening to Man Don't Care, and I was thinking, right, like these lot, they got it right. Do you know what I mean? With those songs there, they got it right. And I want to get it right too. So let me see if I can do what they can do. And I just did that really and truly, you know. So
do you feel you got it right?
Yeah, I think I got it right.
I kind of questioned that.
I think we got it right.
I felt it, bro. That song was like Dragon Ball Z to my...
Do you think he got it right?
Yeah, I think I got it right. Yeah.
Jeez.
But yeah, now we...
you always get that shit right, bruv. I don't know what other shit are they talking about.
Whatever. Shit. The archives. He knows. You see, that's what you need. You need people like that can back you. They know. They know about that. Yeah.
But you can't let the archives be released, though. You know what I
mean? They got to get released. You know, over time. You got to plan that stuff.
Nice.
You know what I mean?
Nice.
And we're constantly building the archives as well. But yeah, Bad Boy was the term bad boy, and that is just, I'm this guy. I do what I want. Do you know what I mean? I do what I like. I don't really have to conform to the status quo. Do you get me? I'm just me, and I'm unapologetic with that. I don't think I even said it right, but I'm unapologetic with it.
You said it right.
Do you know what I mean? So
yes.
That's basically what the song is, and the song is just celebrating the fact that you can be yourself, wear what you want, act how you want, talk to who you want, don't talk to who you want, and just, you know, be okay and be happy with that. You know what I mean?
Yo, you know, for a guy in tracksuit and young brother, it's kind of articulated. You know?
Yeah, I love.
No, I think that's kind of aligned with all the message we always send too. You know, in terms of like encouraging people to whatever you're doing, whoever you are, whatever you want to be, whatever your sexuality is or whoever your sexual preference is, just be yourself. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Don't be scared to be yourself. So it's kind of like a bad boy. If you're a bad girl,
anyone could be a bad boy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Nice.
I like that. Yeah. What does being a bad boy mean to you, Lok? Jeez,
Yeah, bro, man. You know, I started BBK, bro.
Swear down.
Bareback King.
Oh God damn.
Yeah.
It's not skeleton the man.
Yeah,
no,
I don't think that's skepticism. Nah.
No, do you understand? You know, it was before BBK. You know, shit. Yeah, that shit is noted.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what?
So that's what bad boy means to me.
To be honest,
bro.
I wasn't sure about that, but then Cam King confirmed that you was.
Okay. Thank
Cam
you.
King did confirm.
Thank you. Shout out to Cam King, man. He knows what time it is.
Damn. How many youths you got?
Huh?
How many youths you got?
Enough.
Okay. Yeah. I feel you.
To be chased by child maintenance.
I'm too dead.
Great powers come great responsibility.
Yes, it does. Yes, it
Exactly.
does. It does.
Exactly.
Yo, so Driss, obviously after before Bad Boy came out, you had my best track at the time, which was Intro. And can you just tell us when that was released? What is it on? How can people kind of find that track? You know?
Yeah, so that one's on GRM as well. Dropped it 27th of April, I believe. Actually wanted to drop it earlier, but obviously the whole COVID stuff and everything kind of, you know, changed the way or the quickness, I would say, of like bringing releases out and that. So, you know, took our time with it and came out on the 27th of April. And it was actually a perfect time. Everyone was at home.
Yes.
So everyone could lock in. And
Yes.
I needed that because
Nice.
it was my first release on GRM. So yeah.
Bro, I didn't even clock that, you know. So you've released 2 tracks during COVID. That is mad.
Yeah, man.
You know, certain people are sleeping and you're like out there just
Dossing off.
just
With their
releasing
bivy bags,
tracks. Like,
sleeping bag. Man's
You
working
can't
hard.
sleep, man. You can't sleep because they'll forget about you. Do you know what I mean? When you make your name, you can take breaks. You can, you know, have little hiatuses or whatever. You know what I mean? But before that, you got to put the work in. You got to be consistent, and you know, when you build that core fan base, then you can, you know, go away. People will be waiting for you.
And I think that's what I love too, you know, because
Yeah,
because like when you first released that intro, I thought it was banging, but I was actually thinking, rare, what's this brother got to do next? And it's always like the next track, because you've released a certain track and your flow is a certain way, the settings a certain way. You tend to think, okay, you know what, the next one's probably going to be very similar. But Bad Boy was completely different. And it also, not just different, but it was also on that level.
But you know what I always say, yeah?
What's that?
Watch this, right? They always say you're only as good as your last track, right? But
Apologies. Sorry. Just do that one more time. You know what it is? It's because my battery died off this fucking...
Okay.
this is not the first time he's done this. You see what I'm saying? I was saying that you're only as good as your last track. They always say that. You understand? But if your last track is fire, then your next track is gonna be fire.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're only as good as your last track. So once you're releasing fire, you're on fire upon fire upon fire. Do you understand what I mean?
And I think that's why I rate a lot of UK artists and also even Drake, bruv, because like my man's been around for time and his albums have just been levels after levels after levels.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Man's commercialized UK drill. You know?
Oh shit, he did that drill track too, innit?
You understand?
What do you think of that drill track that Drake did, bruv?
What was it called? What, War? The first drill track? Or are we talking about the yeah, he's got a couple now, innit?
He's done a few, fam.
I'm a Drake fan, innit? So I'm a Drake stan to an extent.
Nice.
Do you know what I mean? So more or less now I kind of like everything he does. Do you know what I mean? But I wouldn't say he commercialized drill though. I would say, you know, you got your artists that made it a big thing. You know, you still got your 6-7s and so on. Do you know what I mean? There's a list. There's a list. But obviously when Drake touches something, it goes to a different place. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, he definitely did that. But I like Drake, man. So
what do you call it? Like, what's your like, are you eating, sleeping, shitting, fucking music right now? Is this you, or are you dipping and dabbing on other things? Like,
music is me. Like what I produce in the studio is just me. Do you get it? So I have to be me in order to make the music. So you could say that I'm doing lots of things. It is structured, so it's not like I'm all over the place, but I've got to keep moving for the music to keep coming. Do you understand? Because it's about the story. You know, if all I did was the music, so all I do is the music.
Yes.
But I'm creating the music, constantly creating the music, constantly doing the things that allow the music to be created in the first place. Do you get me? So in a way, yeah, I am eating, breathing, shitting music. So,
I love that.
And it's not just this year that you've been making music, right?
Nah.
You've been making music a hot minute, right?
Yeah, I've been in the studio for a short while. I've been writing bars since forever. Like, it's a hobby of mine, innit? You know, before anything, it was a hobby.
So when did you write your first bar, fam?
Oh, I don't know, you know, probably primary school. I used to write them.
Primary school?
Yeah.
Humpty Dumpty, sat on the wall.
Bro,
I mean, they were a bit more complex than that. They were a bit more, just a tiny bit, you know what I mean? But
this guy
that was my first bar still.
You stole your first
I
bar?
remix Humpty Dumpty still.
Bro, me and this guy in the playground used to be a madness, bro. So I feel you. I feel you. Yeah.
What the clashes on the playground back in the days? You might remember those though.
No, we used to do the dancing though, the break dances.
Okay.
We had the MC. Man was MC Hammer, bro.
The stomp the yard. You got
served with the baggy trousers and shit. Yeah, nah, not to your levels though, man.
And I had some moves as well back in the day.
Nice.
And I had some moves though. Like I actually.
Okay.
The man them confirmed.
I ain't got moves no more.
I don't even know if that was a confirmation.
I ain't got moves no more.
I ain't got no moves no more.
Yeah, but I can whip out a pop and lock from the lock.
Nice.
Stay. Yeah.
So you were spitting from the playground. From the what? Wait, no, you're spitting from primary school.
Yeah.
So that means you're writing from primary school, but was you spitting from primary school? Sorry, that's what I should have asked.
Yeah. So one of my older cousins used to live with me. He used to write poems, innit? So he literally taught me how to write poems. I wasn't ever a really great poem writer. I stuck to like one rhyming pattern. Do you get me? But it was the way I used to deliver it. I used to deliver it like it was bars. But I would write it in the rhyming pattern in the stanzas like you would write a poem. Do you get me? So whenever we were in school and we had to write like poems and that, I would write mine and perform it in a rhythm. Everyone just used to just love it because everyone else used to read it, if that makes sense. So that's kind of how I started. And then by the time I got to secondary school, it was more like man's clashing the older kids in the playground. See man's dappying them and that. You know what I mean? And spitting for the man on the bus and so on. Do you get me? So
you know, I'm gonna come back to that secondary school, but like going back to those poems, like when you started, like tell us the truth, innit? Did you used to write those poems for girls?
Of course, man. Of course,
bro. You don't see
me writing for.
Was that the motivations first?
Bro, you don't see that he's got the waves on swim.
Oh, yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
On swim.
That do-rag's been on for 4 days.
Nauseated right now, bro. I'm thinking, are we in the studio or am I on sea right now?
Listen,
you know what I'm saying? Like Akon got nothing on you, bro.
I'm dead.
Waves on swimmels.
Yeah, man.
Jeez.
You had to.
So you so that's how it started. Writing a couple of poems for a few
ladies,
a few beautiful young ladies.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Fingers.
And I don't know about that. That's just you, fam. That is just you.
Dipping on dips.
And then it moved on to sparring the big boys in the playground, like you know,
and embarrassing them.
Was I guess what
I had one
right?
one arch nemesis in school.
Really?
Yeah, he actually makes music right now, but he's a pianist. He's really talented. He's a really talented MC.
So you took him off the MC, he just stuck to his piano.
Nah. He just adapted and just went into his own thing. But
nice.
He was in the same year as me, and he was just really witty with the wordplay and like really elaborate with his words and his cadence, like when he actually spits it. So he used to clash a lot of people in the playground, and we used to go at it as well. So that kind of like kept my competitive nature going. Do you know what I mean? Because that's the sort of person I'm like. If it's not a competitive environment, I'm not really gonna wanna do it, or it's not going to really motivate me to take something to the next level. But because he was there and I was there, I want to be better than him. I just always want to be the best. That's kind of how I've been from young. So, you know, anything that's in my way, I'm just gonna challenge it.
Bro, I like that you got that already, bro, because that's what he's already got that competitiveness in him, like being the best. And right now you're sitting here, you are the best, bro.
Amen.
You understand? The best in the building.
Yeah, you know what? That playground story kind of reminds me of my secondary school, you know. And I actually went to school with Bashi, and afterwards the Lok did something actually with, I think you lot were in a boy band group,
bro.
So
I'm joking.
You went to school with Bashi. We already knew Bashi, bro.
Yeah, no. But what I was gonna say to him was that no, he wasn't in a boy band,
you know. Boy band, bro. You
sure?
He looked like he was. He looked like he was. He definitely looked like he was.
Those moves are polished, you know. They're polished. Still, they're polished.
No. They were part of a massive events company and of a DJ's thing. Big up Live Link, you know. All of you lot were big.
Yeah. Shout out to the Link fams, man.
Yeah. So like basically my point I'm saying is like I remember Bashi started off in the playgrounds doing the same thing. A couple of people dropping the beats, spitting, and it sounded like as it was going on in Carter Hensley, it was going on over at my man's secondary school too. You know what I mean? But I remember one time our school we had like in Northwest we had North Wheezy. We had like some sort of I don't know, inter-school thing, and then there must have been a clash between ours and I think St. Gregory's. Was it St. Gregory's you man's went to?
Yeah, St. Gregory's.
Yeah, it must have been a clash, and I can't lie, boy.
And just you guys.
We got doppied, bro.
So just was there,
we
just
got doppied, bro. I can't even lie. I don't even know if it was St. Greg's. It was a couple. It might have even been some youths from Copeland, bro. Like all I'm just saying is like we released our best. I bet. Well, you know, we didn't have a lot of.
Bashi was probably the best one there.
But you know what? Funny enough, Bashi actually wasn't there at that time because it was my year, innit? And in my year, Bashi's year had a few more MCs. Yeah. My year, we only had a couple, and we released 1 or 2, and they put it up, but we got Duffy that day still. You know what I mean? I can't lie.
Wow.
But yeah, it reminds me
win
like
some, you lose some.
Exactly.
Yeah, we lost that day still, but. Let's talk about your some of your videos before, because I remember I was talking to you on the phone and I was like, yo, I thought intro was your first vid and I liked it. Yeah. But then you were like, nah, actually, bro, I did a couple of other vids before. Yeah. So what were they saying? And you know, I don't know if you want to talk about a couple of them. And
yeah, so the only other videos that I did was my very, very, very first video, which is for my song called Hat Trick. And then the other video I did was Keep My Money with my brethren JB Schofield and Rex and Bino.
Yeah, pick them up.
So yeah, man. So shout out to them. It was a big tune. If you haven't heard it, go listen to that. It's wavy still.
I need to tap into that, bro.
Yeah, man.
You capped me off that one. You capped, bro.
I've listened to it. I don't know about you, but
this is how you're doing me.
When I say this is my artist right now, fam, I'm not just saying it. You know what I mean?
Oh, you're living and breathing.
Living it. But carry on, my G.
But those were the 2 videos that I've got before intro. And yeah, with Hat Trick, it was more, that was around the time, like I wasn't like really, I told you I've been doing music for a long time in terms of like rapping. So it was always fun. So I think it just always made sense for me to jump in the studio and actually make a song because I've been rapping for so long. So that's kind of what Hat Trick was, got the mandem around me. And we've had Diligent for a very long time. So it was kind of like our project together. And obviously, yeah, went studio and made the tune. One of my brethren, he's also a videographer. Shout out GM Visuals. And yeah, we literally just linked up, found a nice little spot in Central, done the video. Literally, like it was just a quick one night, last minute, boom, we done it. And, you know, it was kind of just for my friends, my peoples, and everyone was effing with it, you know, and it kind of gave me the motivation to release more, that makes sense. So
you know the thing I love about that story, bruv, it's like the fact that, you know, when you it was new to you, something you never done, and you lot just got together and make it happen. And when you look at that video, and obviously you look at the other video, the good thing is you can see an involvement. But it's just about, like, I feel like sometimes a lot of people out there, they want to start, but they're hesitant because they don't know where to start. But in that instance there, you man just said, yo, you know what, we're starting this. Bang.
Yeah, man, you just gotta do it. Like, if you don't do it, then it's not gonna get done.
Yes.
Really and truly.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
sitting on a shelf.
That's what we had to do, you know. And yeah, I get it. Like, other artists, they're gonna be skeptical as to like where they want to start and how they want to start and how much they should put in terms of like effort, finances, and that stuff. But at the end of the day, anything you create and put out there is an investment. Do you get me? So if you want to invest in yourself, you're gonna have to invest a lot. You know what I mean? You can't invest the minimal into yourself and then be investing a lot into other things. Doesn't really make sense. Do you know what I mean? So that's why you see the big difference in the videos and stuff like that, because, you know, we decided, okay, this is what we're gonna do, and we put a lot into that, you know, a lot. So yeah.
You hear that, Mister? He's a economics. Yeah.
Yo, he's bringing in streams. What start bringing in streams, and then I'll free up some of that cash.
Yeah. So because it's Black History Month, you know, I know that we're Black British, but you know, it's one thing that I normally always hate when people ask me, where you really from? Yeah. So you know, what's your background? Where are your parents originally from? And
I'm fully Nigerian, but obviously we have our tribes. You got lots of different tribes in Nigeria, but I'm Yoruba and Igbo.
Oh, the two tops.
Yes.
We can't say the two tops because there's so many.
Yeah,
there are a few tribes.
Those are the ones that everyone kind of like knows like straight away. If you don't really know much about Nigeria, you know Yoruba.
Just keep it simple, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
is Nigerians the kings of jollof, or is it Ghanaians?
Come on, family.
Well, not actually. It's neither of us, you know.
There
it's
you
actually
go.
Neither of us.
I see your guy.
Nah, but that's the truth, though. I don't know why you think. Yeah, Senegal, Gambia. Obviously, it's the Wolof people. Do you get it?
Yes.
The Wolof people speak.
But
in fact, no. I think it's the Jollof people speak Wolof.
Yes, you see.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Is that articulated in, like, he knows his stuff. Like, don't be like my guy here trying to say Salome people started that.
Bro, they didn't start that. That's a long shot. That was a long shot. Do you know what I mean?
Airball.
Yeah.
Yo.
Real talk. You know when they just want to be part of the race and that? It's like, it's cool, man. It's calm.
Yo, all I'm saying is, just because you like jollof so much, you gotta call your kingdom Wolof. that doesn't mean you create a jollof, yeah? Big up, Sarah, yo. We know we started the trend, you know what I mean? We just got muscled out. We just got muscled out.
Just let them have the fun.
Because I like the way you said it. You said, like,
it's neither
it was
of us,
natural,
man.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Neutral grounds.
Yeah, exactly.
Not like some people trying to take the whole thing and run with the rice.
But that's you know, Africans, innit? We make things our own.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
You know what? Actually, talking about that, it reminded me of a question you wanted to ask him in terms of what artists you would like to work with.
Yes.
But I just wanted to say I would love to see you work with someone like NSG, you know.
Oh yeah.
Bruv, NSG is doing bits.
Yeah, they're
proper like that dude, you know, especially that track he did with Nines, bruv. I think that's actually one of my favorite Nines tracks.
He's just a big Nines fan.
Well,
NSG fan too, bro. Big up Nines still. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
obviously.
yeah.
But yeah, anyway, what artists would you like to work with, brother?
You know what's so crazy? That's like one of the only things that I haven't really thought of.
Yes.
And I haven't really thought about. You know, I don't know if that's like the sort of answer you were looking for.
This
you know?
guy,
we're not looking for any answer, bro. We're just looking for your answer,
bro.
Fam.
Thought about,
you know what I mean?
Bro, no. Listen, like this, I see his team like they know what they're doing, bro. Like he don't want to. He don't want no one. He don't want Skepta, Lethal, Stormzy, NSG, Nines, anybody to think, oh yeah, I like this one better, because obviously, you know, like if you're an artist, you want to see like you seen the new talent, the one that's gonna come. Do you understand what I'm saying? And if you see him trying to go too much a certain way, you feel a certain way, because sometimes like there's the rivalry. Do you understand? So you just neutral grounds.
You know what it is like? If if I had already thought about it
Yes.
and I had those names in my head, like I would have said them.
Yes.
You get me? But I genuinely haven't thought about it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like
Honest
I would
man.
love, obviously, I would love to do music with anybody that I can make beautiful music with.
Yes.
Do you get me? I think that's my goal, to make amazing music. So it doesn't need to be a name. I could have even said a name that like you guys probably don't know. Do you know what I mean? I'm just down to make music with whoever can help me create what I want to create, and whoever thinks I can help them create whatever they want to create. Do you know what I mean? But I haven't really given it much thought, just because I'm still deciding what I'm trying to do. I'm still trying to build my own foundation first. You get me? When people understand your art and understand your foundation, then you can start to merge that with other people's art, because then people will have an understanding of the context of like where it comes from and what it means. Do you get me? So
I like that. I like that.
Bro, you see the team?
I'm getting deep, boy.
Yeah, bro, definitely.
No, I like that. I like
definitely, definitely. That moolah, that money's coming over here.
Man knows how to talk.
Yeah,
No,
bro.
but you know
that's
what?
the
You know
way.
what? I like it though. At the same time, I can see that man's talking. Like, you know, when certain people say certain things,
Yeah.
they can just say it fluidly because it's coming from the heart, and that's actually what he means and what he feels. You know what I mean?
It's coming from the heart, man. Nowhere else. Where else can it come from?
The team.
I mean,
So I can see them.
oh yeah, true. It could come from the team. Do you know what I mean?
You guys set this up. We thought we was gonna get you some download questions that's gonna put you off, but bro.
Some curveballs.
Yeah, you good. You good.
So I like to see him work with NSG. Who would you like to see him work with, the Lok?
Bro, it's because he's
you're not
he's
diplomatic.
Niger, huh? Because he's Niger, and I'm a big Skeppy fan. You know what I'm saying? Like people like Skeps, like just because of it's obviously, you know what I'm saying. The transition is I like the whole thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But every artist, I'm a big Lethal fan. Like I'm old school. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know,
I'm old school to an extent.
yeah,
to an
of course.
extent.
Bizzle's still there though. He's
No,
but I know
Bizzle
what you mean. Though. I
definitely.
know
Yeah,
what you
definitely.
mean.
But you know, but even all the new ones, the Daves and everybody else. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, yeah, man. Look, I just want to see you win.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I believe you're
Amen.
going to win.
Amen,
You know, and
amen.
I'm grateful to be like in the present of a winner.
I'm grateful that you lot
in the rap
can
scene.
see that, and you know, are giving me a platform as well. Do you know what I mean? We're both growing together. So.
Amen. And shout out to only other people that's got the platforms on there. This is the next guy. You want this guy on there? You better be. You snooze, you lose. Don't snooze.
Oof, don't snooze. Don't sleep
NSG,
on me.
I beg you, do a track with my man. Beg you, just for me, innit? Fam? I'm a big fan of yours, and I'm a big fan of this brother, innit? So
Yes.
get it working, fam. Yo, but let's talk about what's it called, where you are right now, because I like the way you was talking just now, and let's just find out about where you are right now. Like, you're not signed to any label right now? You're independent, right? And you everything. You know what? It's funny because back in the days, I think sometimes when someone says something, says that word independent, it's sort of frowned as a negative, like, oh, you're independent, you're not signed. But nowadays, with everyone trying to own their rights to everything, it's actually pretty cool to be independent, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I don't know much about the music industry, but so I guess you both need to educate me. But yeah, right now you're independent, and tell us a bit more about your status.
Yeah, no, I agree with what you're saying as well. Like, do you think it's just become cool like recently?
Nah, it's
Independent
been
thing?
cool. Bro. Yo, listen, Baby and them guys, they've been independent,
Got
and
your
they
Master P's.
they effed off 360 deals from back in the days,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you know. But it's
But
a
you know
bold
what?
thing to do.
Yeah,
But you know, you're
exactly.
talking about
Yeah.
over the US, because if you're talking about over here, fam, it's not
Yeah,
the
over
same
here,
thing, bro.
definitely, a lot of our people.
Because
do.
you know why I'll say it? I remember Big Nasty was on ZZ Mill's show the other time, and he was talking. He's always been independent, but he was saying like there were certain people out there who, when you talk about you've been signed up by everybody loves the hype, innit?
Yes.
But he was saying one thing that he liked was the fact that throughout all this period, he's been able to do the music he wants to do.
Yes,
And
no
that he's
control.
you know what I mean? But what I'm saying is, I don't agree that it's like being independent has always been cool. I don't think it's always been cool.
You know what? Yeah, I feel like it just depends on what you want as an artist. Like, I feel a lot of people make music and you know, they're in certain positions in their life. You know, they need things to change. Like some people don't have that stamina. They don't want to be making music for 10 plus years. Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like they don't want to be making music for 10 plus years and still trying to make it. They're trying to bust now. Do you know what I mean? They want to blow up now. So, I mean, you get to keep 100% of your royalties, like, basically. Yeah, obviously there's little intricacies there, like, inside, like, those decisions. Being independent there's more to it, do you get me? But when the opportunity comes knocking, a lot of artists take those opportunities to get signed and, you know, start effing with labels and that because they get help. And this is help that they feel like they need, you know, and what they don't understand, or what a lot of people might not understand, is when you get the help now, you know, you've also now got to cuff up your side of the bargain. And that can now affect the sort of music you make, because one thing that I never really want with the music is for there to be like a unnecessary pressure, because I didn't start making music for anybody else but myself. Do you know what I mean? So if now you have an unnecessary pressure, it will start to take the organicness away from the art. And art always needs to be organic. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sure you got some people in your team that's learning the business in the background, because that's what you're going to need, because there's a lot of snakes on those contracts. Regarding your beats and all this, what's your relationship with producers? Do you have a producer on your team, or do you have a certain producer that you always work with? And what's your contract between that? Because you get a track right now that really goes off. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, yeah, who's your producers right now that you're working with?
My relationship with producers right now is not necessarily like I'm working with them. That's still something I'm still trying to develop. You know, and like meet new producers. I get sent a lot of beats, but actually being in the studio with a producer making the beats is not something that I've created in consistency yet. Do you know what I mean? So you've got Intro and Bad Boy, who were both made by the same producer. Big up True Hippie. And how we kind of started working together was I used to listen to his beats, like when I'm just listening to beats and just spitting. So obviously I F with his thing. I just shouted him, told him that I think he's cold. And I had already recorded Bad Boy at that point, Intro at that point, sent it to him. He was effing with them like a lot. So we kind of just said, yeah, like we was gonna work together sort of thing. So we'll see where that one goes in the future. But I've had a couple other sessions with producers, but actually finding my main producer that would make most of my content, I'm still, you know, trying to develop that sort of relationship, you know, to sort of like help me improve and adapt. And
is it harder now to find that kind of person that you connect with? Because I feel that's very important, because that's gonna, like you said, you trying to create, you know, and obviously you've got the lyrics, you've got the flow, you got everything, you got the ideas. You know, you want someone to transition that to.
You know what I think here? I feel like because the game is becoming more complex now. Yeah, like the way things are, it's not as simple as I want to make a tune, you're hard at making beats, let's just make a tune. It's not that simple anymore. Like, you know, you've got a lot of, like you said, there's a lot of snakes on those contracts. You've got a lot of snakes in the game. Do you know what I mean? People that are trying to do things for themselves. You know, so
you got your beat, they give it to someone else, they give it to someone else,
or just like you have artists and they don't want to work with you as a producer. You know what I mean? So it works both ways. You have artists that don't want to work with producers, they just want to use the beat and do their thing. Then you got producers that they have the beat, but they might not necessarily believe in the artist, so they might not be trying to do a barter transaction. Your beat for my lyrics. There's now got to be money involved, and that makes everything more complicated. Do you get me? But that being said,
but you know that, sorry to cut you, but you know that that's always been the case though. Because like say, even those big artists that pay $100,000 for a record to an artist like Dre or something like that, although they've paid him $100,000, you know that once the track has been released, they still got like they still get like ties on that.
Of course, I just feel like obviously it's the whole negotiation period that just make things really complicated now, you know. Like literally it's not about just the music, which is essentially what it should be, but obviously because it's the music business, you've got the business side to it. So, you know, I do understand it, and I appreciate it as well, and everybody deserves a buck for their hard work. Do you get me? So yeah, but like I said, that being said though, me finding producers is still something that like I'm doing. It is difficult on the music side because I'm trying to be me. A lot of the beats that I hear out there, they're like tight beats that are kind of like made with other artists in mind. So you still have to try and create your own thing by using those things.
Do you get hit up a lot by different producers? Obviously, because your tracks are on GRM Daily and all that.
I get the odd producer sending me, you know, beats. There was one time the producer sent me like 149 beats. That I felt like it was my birthday. I was like, what?
Stalking. That's like a chick stalk. Yo, brother,
it was nuts.
Don't do
like
that
in
again.
A pack. He didn't shout me. He didn't say, yo, like, man's gonna send you beats. Just got it in my inbox. I was like,
he was serious.
DM.
I was like, yeah, cool.
He was serious.
You know what I mean? So yeah, that's the sort of thing I like. But
okay. Oh, you like that? Keep doing it. Keep coming.
Yeah, keep on coming, man. Keep on coming. But obviously, like,
not 100 though, man.
The way the music thing is, it's like I've got a bit of an analogy in it. So it's like when you create art, you use the colors that you have on your palette, right? And you can't create new art if you don't use the colors that's already on your palette. Do you get me? So the palette is the music that's out there. So all the type beats, all the producers creating their beats with other artists in mind. Like that's all good to me because it's like I'm just gonna use this to show you what I can do. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, and you know you can listen to 100 beats and not.
Bro, did you hear that metaphor?
Lyrics.
I think you were distracted. Did you hear what the man just said?
Yo, that's big, family.
Yeah, man. It's so creative that like you have to remember there's no rules. So even though I said, yeah, I had a producer sent me 149 beats. I mean, in this scenario, it's not the case, but you could listen to 149 beats and not make one song. Like those beats might not speak to you. You gotta hear the words. Like it's already there. Do you know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
You know what? Like you listen to the beat, you got the words there.
Listen,
it's like, where did
I had
that
a whole
come from?
team, the Playmakers. Shout out to the Playmakers UK and No Days Off UK. Trust me, like when as soon as they send me a track, I was like straight away, and as soon as you said that, I know what you mean, man.
Exactly.
So it has to
chat to you, and then you can spit back to it or sing back to it, whatever it is you do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah.
But you know what? A non-music head listening into this, I'm thinking everything you just said is that just part of the parcel of being independent, because you have to now source your own producer. You have to now go through all those 140 beats and see what is right for you. You have to, on your own and with your own team, go through all of those contracts to filter out the snakes from the real.
I feel like now, like the way the game is now, it's like labels are probably doing a bit less for artists. That's why you see a lot of artists being independent now, because it's like, why am I working with a label if I'm still doing everything on my own? Do you know what I mean? And I know a lot of artists that have voiced that themselves. So that's kind of probably a growing consensus in the industry. But obviously I don't know anything other than independence. So I wouldn't even be able to say that is one of the hard things about it. That's just like normal for me. I've got to do everything on my own or else it's not going to get done. You know what I mean? So yeah. But I prefer it that way, man. I'm in control.
Nice.
Everything.
I like that. And you know what? I was doing a bit of research too, and I was kind of seeing that there's quite a few different ways that an artist or a music or record label can make money. And I was just thinking, for me, it sounded quite complicated in terms of trying to get your license, trying to license out your music out there, in terms of the publishing, merchandising, touring, and stuff like that. But I know from listening to other people, even Big Nasty, when he said it, like when all of this click and you're willing to actually put in that work to make it, you get a bigger reward. But trying to understand all of that when you're just basically coming from from the bare minimum. Like we're all coming from the bare minimum where we're coming from, trying to understand all of that and having the resource to do all of that. That also must not be easy though.
Do you think it's that hard though? Like in the grand scheme of things, is it that hard to learn something? Like we all went to school, we learned things that we had never known about before. People were just in a classroom teaching us things, and we learned whole subjects. People have degrees, so why not learn about the whole music industry, which is something I actually want to do. You know what I mean? It's not that hard when you put it into. It's supposed to be difficult. When you're learning like complex things, it's supposed to be complex and difficult and not easy. So, like, I just look at it like that and keep it moving. You know what I mean?
I love that. Yeah, people, you hear that? Diligent has spoken. He's told us, you know, keep on hustling, keep on pushing, and keep on learning.
Yeah, you gotta love the grind, man. You have to, or else grind won't love you back.
I love the grind.
Yeah.
Well, then you know. Aye. Little remix.
The grime or the grind?
The grind.
Grind.
Okay.
We love grime too, man. We love grime too. We love it a lot. Yeah.
I was gonna say that wasn't grime right there, you know, that
could be grime.
I'm just saying that could be grime.
You could put a little.
Listen, don't listen to him.
Yeah, it could be grime.
You know.
That's another jollof rice.
That's another
jollof rice moment.
That's it. That's it.
Do you know what? We had a conversation with a few, let's say, youth project entrepreneurs who were a few weeks ago, and they were talking about a project that they were doing for 16 to 25-year-olds called Project Rebuild. If you don't know about Project Rebuild, check out that episode and support Horizon.
Yes. Shout out to Sammy.
Yeah, shout out to Sammy, support Project Rebuild. And we're talking to them, and for me, what got brought up in that conversation, I was talking about how grime and drill is sometimes misrepresented. People feel like this because some of the lyrics that people are using are negative, then that negativity is the reason for why we have loads of issues that we have over here in the UK. I do not agree with that. I feel as though is young artists expressing themselves, and also I think mate, the country is effed up. Like the background that all of us are from. When I say us, you know who you are when we're saying us, and then all of us are from. It's hard, it's tough, and what people are singing about is what's happening. So it's not like what's happening. I mean, it's not like people are getting influenced to do what they're singing about. What they're singing about is what's actually being done already. What do you think about that? Are you side with us or with them?
He's got 4-4 when he gets there 4. What's the lyrics? I love that lyric, bro.
What do you think? But obviously the music is just a depiction of like what you see, like what you feel. Do you know what I mean? And like, I don't think you can call art. You can say that art is like bad in any way. Like, it's just art. Do you know what I mean? Like, humans are bad enough on our own. You know what I mean? There's always going to be bad things happening. That's just life. I think everyone knows that. Even the people that do say, drill's this and grime's this, and they all know that they're just trying to find a scapegoat, but it doesn't stop their agenda. Do you know what I mean? As long as we know, the creators of the art know that we know what we're doing. We just need to keep on doing what we're doing, because it does have a positive influence. Do you know what I mean? It changes people's lives. I've listened to loads of songs and it's like, touches me in my soul, and it makes me think about things, and it inspires me to do things. And really and truly, as long as music has that effect on people, it doesn't really matter what people say. Like, they will say bad things, you know. They've been trying to keep us down, so like, can expect it.
I like that. And yeah, people, we're going to end it with that marketing talk. And I think for me, it's easy this week, isn't it? Because we've heard Diligent explain about how he is setting up things himself with his team, and how difficult it is. But I think, and for me, I've also heard Big Nasty talk about the differences between him doing things alone. So for me, it's easy. When you're setting things up, try to set it up. Don't necessarily buy into help. Make sure it is the right help for you before going into it. And also, yeah, setting up on your own is hard. Be prepared to love the fact that it's hard, because it's never going to be easier, and it's never going to get easier. So that's my thing. Like, don't be afraid to set things up on your own, and be prepared to embrace the difficulty of it. Lastly, I would say also, remember, you have to make a home for your brand, where people can find you. And you know, I got a little bone to pick with my favorite artist here.
You ain't gonna pick nothing with him, bro. You ain't gonna pick
I've been
nothing.
You got me. Yeah.
Squad. We're about to pick him up.
No. I've been on him and his squad to set up his YouTube channel, because GRM Daily has done their part to help to have a platform that you can kind of basically reach their audience. But also I think it's important for Driss and his squad to also have his own place where we, the biggest fans of his, can reach him. So that's what I would say. Set up your home.
Soon come.
Brands can reach you.
Soon come. I'll never say no to that. Like, that is the one of the targets. Do you know what I mean? You know, that's part of the plan. It's part of the plan. So yeah, man. You know, we just gotta trust in the plan and move ahead with that. But yeah, soon come, man.
It's gonna happen right after this episode.
Yeah. It's happening now, like.
It's happening right now. It's happening now. On the laptop.
Yeah. It's happening now. But yeah, now soon come, man.
Yo, but Driss, it's been a pleasure having you on the show, really, bro. And thank you for making the time, really, to come down. Because boy, you know, I know the lot said he's gonna settle you with some peas, but I'm not sure if that's ever gonna come, fam.
It's gonna come out the Lok Don thing. Don't worry, bro. Yeah.
Lok Don what?
Excuse me. It's the economics, bro.
That's not from my 90%. Is it?
What is got to 90?
You the record label.
Yeah. Listen, I'm happy with 10% of a billion.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no. I'll be happy with that.
I just give him 10% and the ladies.
I don't really care. Okay. You know, I'm happy with that, man. Life is too short. I can't enjoy all that money. Yeah, I can't enjoy all that money by myself.
I hear that.
You know?
Diligent people.
Yes. Thank you.
Support. If you like this episode, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and of course we're gonna have links to where you can find Diligent's music. And I'm not gonna put links to the GRM Daily one. I'm just saying I'm gonna put links when he makes that. You know what I mean? To Spotify.
Big up GRM Daily. Big up GRM Daily.
Yeah.
Big them up, though. Big them up. Still, they're creating a platform. You know
They've been creating the platform
for real.
Big them up, man. Big them up. You know. And UK artists, man, it's all about supporting each other. It's all about elevating each other. Do you understand? Like we said in the beginning, you know, we always see US rappers, US artists. So we see them like, oh, they're the gods, but we don't know that our people here, they're paving the way. Some of them are going to America, and people are looking up to them. So let's look up to our people right now.
Igwe.
Big things coming, man. Big things coming from the UK scene still. Big things coming from
Thank you for your time.
Yeah, no, thank you for having me.
Respect.
Love.
Salute you. The Lok Don.